Hey guys, Mark Galloway here. So today in this video we're going to be making 7-Eleven stuffed Doritos, homemade. These were actually made a couple years ago and they're not like being sold anymore. And like they have like gotten like mixed reviews. I think it mostly got negative reviews, I presume, because I did see like one YouTuber or something I saw one YouTuber one YouTuber who said that it was not good. So I even saw Pop Sugar make stuffed Doritos homemade, and then she said it was so much better. So I took it upon myself, went to the supermarket, got myself a block of cheese, Doritos, and all those other ingredients that were required. So anyways, this is also going to be my first video where I'm doing narration over the video, and tell me in the comments which one you like better. Do you like the cooking videos better with narration, or just me talking over while going through it? Well, anyways, here is the stuffed Doritos, homemade. Okay, so there's going to be some parts where I speed up the process and all. But anyways, what we have here is a bag full of Doritos. We have nacho cheese and spicy nacho. Now, it's very recommended that you do use this all in a blender or a chipper or whatever you need to use to, break it all apart. But what I tried doing for this recipe is that I used a roller to crunch it all up. It does just fine, but just when you put it in a blender or a chipper or whatever, it does a lot better because like it just comes like in like just soft crumbs like that. This is more like a chunky mix. So anyways, if you want to do a roller, just take your roller, like put the chips in a bag, take a roller, and just like roll it out the best you can until they look like it's all like a dust-like mix, and just like shake the bag around whenever you can, and just make sure everything's all mixed up. And then just whenever it's all done, just put it in a bowl, and then we take actions to the mixing. Okay, so what we have here right now is the Doritos in the bowl, and we have a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of paprika, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. That's all you need to do, and then you just want to whisk it in all the way in there as best you can. Now, since this crumbs I did was not like the dust, more of a dust-like mix when you use it in the blender, it was a lot harder to get it all the way in there. So, just when you're using the blender, you just want to mix that all the way in, and then just make sure it's all in there. But just like when you go super chunky, just try to press it in there when you can, best you can, and then that's all you need for the Dorito pieces. Okay, what we have here now is we have a 2-pound block of cheddar cheese. So now what you need to do is like cut it like somewhere an inch by piece, just like this, or whatever, and just like wherever my knife is going. I didn't have it like positioned right. So then you just want to cut it like just at a length just like this as best as possible, and it's very hard to cut through the block of cheddar, so you just want to cut it all the way through in there, piece by piece, however as much pieces as you want. Like press down on the knife, just be careful not to cut yourself, and then just like after you get the slice off, what you want to do is that you want to cut diagonally. Do I show it right here? Oh yeah, I'm about to show it. Alright, so like you want to take one square slice of cheddar, you take your knife and you go across diagonally, and it comes out in a Dorito or a chip-like form, and that's all you need to do. And then like you just get everything else ready, and then you just keep going like that until you feel like you have enough pieces for yourself, friends, or family to enjoy. These are all the slices I have done, so now we can get to crafting the final product. Okay, so what we have here is a bowl of flour and a bowl of egg wash along with the Dorito mix. So what you want to do is that you want to take one slice of cheddar cheese, put it in the egg wash. Well, actually what you originally want to do is that you want to put it in the flour first, then the egg wash, and then the Dorito mix. But what I did first is that like I just put it in the egg wash and into the Dorito mix because my first attempt, like the egg wash was falling off and was not sticking very well. So I took the first slice and just put it in the egg wash, and then just made sure it was all stuck together, and then just placed it back on the pan. But I am going to show the real process with the next slice. So what we want to do right here is put in the flour. Make sure it's all over. Make sure it's all stuck there, but just make sure too much is not on it. Then put it in the egg wash, but you want to make sure, like, leave it in there for a little bit because you want to make sure that the egg wash is going to stick real good, because, like, sometimes it doesn't really stick too well to the flour, as you probably might see a little bit. I don't know. Well, you see a little bit kind of like right there at the bottom and there in the corner. And then just put it in the Doritos. But what you can do is that, like, if you see some parts that the Doritos didn't stick to, you can just, like, dip it back into the egg wash just real quick, and then you can make sure that it's gonna stick. But as you see right there, that you can see flour specks coming out. But a little bit over time, like the Doritos that you're gonna craft will get sticky, and then you can stick it. But anyways, that's what the process does. So as you see right here, like, it's gonna get really sticky. But what you can do is that, like, you can take the sticky Doritos that are in the bowl and you can put it on there, and it's gonna stick for real. And then after all this is done, you want to put it in the freezer for exactly 15 to 20 minutes, because you want to make sure that everything is gonna be frozen, and that's gonna help single one of the pieces freeze up and make sure nothing falls off while you cook it. So anyways, I'm gonna do one more slice right here. I did do all of them. Well, oh yeah, right as you see right there, the egg wash didn't stick. But so what you can do, as I said, put it back in the egg wash, just dip it back in, make sure it's gonna stick, and then if it doesn't stick, like right here, if you do find like stick Dorito pieces that got sticky while you're doing the crafting, you could just put it back in the egg wash and just dip it. 15 to 20 minutes have passed since I put it in the freezer. Now we just take it out and we just get ready for frying. But needless to say, you have to make sure it's all frozen, because if it starts to not feel so frozen, you want to put it back into the freezer for a little bit, because you want to make sure everything is going to stick. Now it is time to cook it. Oh, listen to it sizzle. So make sure the oil is set to around 350 degrees, and then you want to bake it for approximately 3 minutes, or unless if they start to float to the top or turn golden brown. But when we take the first batch out, it is going to be a little bit of a fail, which we'll see why in a second. Time to see how the first batch came out. Let's pull it out. Alright, so it looks like it's been perfectly done, but as I took them out and as I was about to put them onto the plate, what you see, I don't know, you could see, but the cheese was melting right through the cage. And that's the problem that we're going to talk about right here in a second. But let's get to the other batch and we'll get to the review. Alright, we have more batches of stuffed Doritos cooking right now, but this is what's done. But right now this is the only ones that matter right now at the moment. So let's see how it came out. My dad tried one and he said it was cheesy, so let's see how it is taste. Okay, I mean, the cheese melted through them just a little bit, but it came out excellent. Let's try a small one. I think it still has plenty of cheese in it. More cheese is gone. I'll try one more. Yeah, I think when I was frying them, the cheese melted through. I have to be careful not to let those happen again. Alright. Second batch is golden brown, so we'll let those warm up and I'll try those. Okay, so the next couple Doritos are ready. Let's give these ones a try. Hopefully it didn't lose too much cheese. Oh my gosh, there was so much cheese in this one. It's so better. This is so good. Alright, I was checking out the other ones. They're just about almost done. These are so good. So, Crystal Pepsi. Favorite soda, I really want this soda to last forever. For a long time, actually. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this video. It's way different for it to have like a narration over it. Tell me what you like better. Do you like me talking over it while I cook, or do you like the narration over it? It's up to you whether you like those, alright? These ones are just about done. Anyways, guys. The only thing I want you to try to be careful of is the cheese falling out of the stuff. You don't want those to happen ever. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This is Mark Galloway signing out. This was another cooking video.